So for you personally, where does that rank among your best single days playing baseball you've ever had? How much does that stick out in your memory forever?
Well, personally, I think that was number one. I wish we would have had 2 wins. You know, that would have made it the ultimate. But in terms of 7 hits, 2 stolen bases, 3 home runs, of course, that was for sure the best at this level, for sure.
And, you know, with this success that you've had, I think it's 6 home runs in the last 11 games, is there something that you could point to, or did you just stick with it and it's coming together for you?
Yeah, I mean, for me, a lot of what I do is based off of timing and rhythm, and I'm constantly in the cage working on my swing. But, you know, the only way you're going to get better at timing and rhythm is more bats in the game. And for me this year, it took a little longer to get it right. And it's not always going to be right, you know. So it's just something that lately I felt good with, and I'm going to try and do everything I can to stay right where I'm at, where I'm controlling the strike zone and staying on the fastball.
Marcus Semien with us here on 105.3 The Fan with the GBag Nation. And Marcus, I mean, you seem like a super confident guy. I think you've upped the swag level. We were talking with Chris Young yesterday about swag, and I think you've upped the swag level of the team, certainly with your addition here. But, you know, with a game like yesterday, does that help with you and give you some added confidence moving forward?
Yeah, of course. Anytime you have success at this level, it's a good feeling. It's you know, it's why you play the game. You play the game to be successful and win ball games. And we all put in the work off the field. We all put in the work. When it's 7 o'clock or whenever game time is, I think that it takes a certain mentality to be successful.
Marcus, did Wolchuk just said the word swag here? I'm curious. Did Steele Walker just come into the clubhouse and immediately skyrocket to the top of the list of most swaggy players in the clubhouse currently?
He's on his way. You know, he's definitely got it, and it takes a certain level of confidence when you come up here to do well. And I'm happy for him that he hit his first home run. I played with some rookies in the last couple of years that come up and produce right away because of their confidence, and that's something I wish I had as a young player for sure.
At what point in your career did that confidence start to become just an innate thing for you?
It took a while. You know, I think once you get an everyday role and you start to do some things that you did as an amateur player or as a minor league player that got you here, that's when it starts to, you know, you start to get that level of confidence. Everybody played well at some point to get to this level, but that's not the ultimate goal. You want to be successful at this level, and I think it came for me probably in 2016 with Oakland, and you're going to go through ups and downs, but once you do what you do at this level, you start to feel better.
It's Marcus Semien with us. Being a Northern California guy, how tough was it leaving the A's after being from that area? Was that a difficult move?
Well, for me, I just understood where the organization was at, especially after COVID-shortened season where there were no fans in the stands, and obviously they knew being in the free agent market was not going to be something that they could do. And the player who grew up there and played there and was on winning teams there, it hurts because I knew the potential we had going into 2021. But ultimately, my family and I had to look at the offers that were presented to us and move on.
Well, we're happy to have you here, of course, in the great state of Texas. But we do wonder, being a Bay Area guy and then going to Cal, were you a Jason Kidd guy growing up yourself?
Yeah, you know what? I am looking forward to being able to meet him one day in Texas, just because he's a guy I looked up to. Being from Alameda, St. Joseph's High School in Alameda, and then Cal Bears, it's something that I really can't wait to talk to him and just pick his brain and learn about his experience growing up in the Bay Area and making it to the professional levels. And even now as a head coach, just how his experiences are going right now.
So you're a big Golden State Warriors fan. How you feeling right now with the finals going on?
It's exciting. I think I was probably more confident when the Warriors had Durant, just because it's like, that was the ultimate super team. But this team they have now feels more like the early championship teams where they had just homegrown guys that, were playing under Steve Kerr's system and firing on all cylinders. And that they're back and healthy with Clay and Curry and Draymond. So it's fun to watch when all those guys are healthy.
So our radio pre- and post-show host, Jared Sandler, Taylor Hearn, of course, on the club. We got a lot of big Mavs fans. Oh, was there a lot of trash talk in the clubhouse going on when the Mavs and Warriors were playing in the Western Conference Finals?
There was a ton of it, and not just from Taylor, but some of our clubbies thought it was funny to put a Mavs T-shirt front and center in my locker right before Game 1, and then I think Game 1 was like a blowout. I'm pretty sure Warriors handled them, and they weren't laughing too much after Game 1. But nevertheless, it was a good series, and I think the Mavericks will be a force in the West for a while.
So are you a big Warriors fan like Taylor Hearn? Like it's hard to play your sport, baseball, if they're on TV in a big moment? Do you find it hard to focus?
Well, it seems like every time they're on, we're playing. So, I've just kind of gotten used to it.
Mm-hmm.
But the good thing is, with streaming and recording games and stuff, you can just go back and watch it after our game and probably know the score already. But if we miss a game tonight, I'll probably rewatch it when we get into Chicago.
It's Marcus Semien with us here in the GBag Nation. You mentioned the trash talking involved. Who's the biggest trash talker on the team?
Ooh, that's a good one. I think we've got a couple guys. I think Cole Calhoun is a really good trash talker. Just a fiery guy, as you can imagine. Everything you see on the field, the way he plays, how hard he plays. It goes hard with the trash talking as well in the clubhouse, and it's funny, and it's something I love to listen to.
Do you give it back? You enjoy giving it back?
Yeah, I think in all good clubhouses, you have that. It's important to, have that competition amongst each other just to get us going for the day. It's something that a lot of teams I've been on have had in the clubhouse, whether it's card playing or anything. You're competing and talking mess to each other, and it gets the best out of each other.
Marcus Semien with us here on 105.3 The Fan. We were super pumped and excited to get you here as a Texas Ranger in free agency, and I was just wondering, is there any added pressure that comes with coming into a new organization, feeling like you got to prove yourself right away, and what were some of the changes, coming to Texas from your experience with the Blue Jays and with the A's?
For me, I try not to think about any outside, pressure or anything that, the media or anyone else is thinking about. I'm really just focused on winning baseball games. And, when you go to a new organization, there are things that you have to learn about the organization, whether it's with the coaches or the strength and conditioning people or the trainers. It's just, you're kind of starting over again. And for me, it took a little while just to get used to everything and learn everything. And now that we're here in June, I feel like I'm comfortable here. My family, we moved here to Texas. We're enjoying our time, and we're going to be here for a long time. I can't wait to experience it all.